New deportation risks for green card holders in 2025. Imagine holding a green card for years, believing it meant security and stability. But suddenly, in 2025, that very card could turn into your biggest risk. Policies are shifting, rules are tightening, and families who once felt safe now face unexpected deportation threats. This video will explain the new dangers, the laws behind them, and what green card holders must do right now to protect themselves. Watch closely until the end, because the changes could affect you or someone you love. Deportation rules expanded. For decades, permanent residents rarely feared sudden removal. Deportation was generally reserved for serious crimes or major violations. That has changed dramatically in 2025. Green card holders are now subject to expedited removal. Immigration officers can issue deportation orders on the spot. Full court hearings are no longer guaranteed in many cases. Immigration attorneys warn that some residents only discovered they'd been ordered removed when detained at a routine appointment. The security once tied to permanent residency is slipping away fast. Detention without conviction. Another major shift came with the LAC and Riley Act earlier this year. For the first time, permanent residents can be detained simply for being charged with certain offenses, even without a conviction. No bond options exist for many categories. Individuals can spend months in custody as cases drag on. Even dismissed charges may still trigger deportation proceedings. Imagine being wrongly accused in connection with a minor incident. Under these new rules, you could still be detained, your family separated, and your future put at risk, even if the court eventually clears your name. Advocacy groups argue this undermines basic rights, but the policy is expanding nonetheless. Ideological vetting and social media scrutiny. Perhaps the most controversial change of 2025 is ideological vetting. For the first time, immigration officers are instructed to examine personal beliefs and digital activity when assessing permanent residents. That includes social media posts and online comments, membership in certain groups, past participation in protests. Even retweeting an article or posting a critical opinion about U.S. policy may now be flagged as disloyal. A student activist from years ago, a Facebook memory criticizing government policy, or even casual remarks can suddenly become grounds for questioning your allegiance. The rules are vague, leaving enormous discretion in the hands of officers. Many residents have started deleting old accounts or avoiding public discussion altogether. Critics warn this silences free expression and spreads fear. Retroactive enforcement. Equally troubling is the retroactive enforcement of rules. Cases that were once considered closed are being reopened, often over small mistakes from years ago. A forgotten address update. A minor misdemeanor resolved long ago. A missing signature on an old immigration form. What was once forgiven is now weaponized. Notices of review are appearing in immigrant communities nationwide, shaking families who thought their records were in order. Real impacts on families. These policies are not abstract. They are tearing through real communities. One father, a taxpayer for 15 years, now faces deportation due to a paperwork error during a household move. A mother applying for citizenship was placed in court proceedings after forgetting a required document. A young man whose arrest was dismissed years ago is currently in detention as his case reopens. The ripple effects are devastating. Children are left without parents. Businesses are abandoned. Homes fall into financial distress. Day-to-day life now carries constant fear, even simple tasks like renewing a green card or attending an appointment. Fear as a policy tool. Advocates argue that the real weapon being used is not detention, but fear itself. By creating uncertainty, the government discourages residents from engaging with the system. Many hesitate to apply for citizenship, renew green cards, correct small errors in their files. This withdrawal reshapes entire communities. Schools, churches, and workplaces grow quieter as families avoid attention. A culture of silence replaces the confidence once tied to permanent residency. What green card holders should do. So, What steps can residents take in this environment? While no strategy offers complete protection, experts recommend practical actions. Keep records current. Every address change, job update, or household move must be reported. Resolve all legal matters. Even unpaid traffic tickets should not be ignored. Review your digital presence. Old posts may now be misinterpreted. Seek legal advice early. Attorneys stress the importance of guidance for anyone with arrests or complex histories. These steps cannot guarantee safety, but they reduce unnecessary risks in a system that has become less forgiving. Looking ahead, civil rights groups and immigration lawyers are already challenging these policies in court. Expedited removal is being questioned as a violation of due process. Ideological vetting raises concerns about free speech. Retroactive enforcement is facing constitutional challenges. But until judges rule, these rules remain active. Families live in limbo, uncertain whether protections will return or enforcement will intensify further. The future remains unclear. For now, security has turned into doubt, and what once felt like a guarantee is now a gamble. Nationwide vetting sweeps. These changes are part of a broader crackdown known as continuous vetting. Immigration agencies are now re-examining millions of records across all visa categories, including permanent residents. Even small, decades-old issues like DUIs, paperwork mistakes, or forgotten address updates are being flagged. Officers are also reviewing online activity for signs of anti-American sentiment. Critics warn that this scale of monitoring puts nearly every immigrant under suspicion and risks reversing decades of population growth in U.S. immigrant communities. Final words. For green card holders, the ground is shifting beneath their feet. A card that once symbolized hope and permanence is now shadowed by fear. These changes make one thing clear: preparation and awareness are more important than ever. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for future updates. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.